Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm your host Super Jungle, and today I'm going to be doing a video of a comparison between the Technica AT2020 versus the Blue Yeti. Now I want to say something right at the beginning of this video, and that's going to be I don't own either one of these microphones, but the reason why I'm making this video and that is I've done a lot of research on these two microphones and I've watched a bunch of comparisons between these two, and I'm just going to be basically pointing out some facts about these two microphones. So if let's say you're considering buying one of these two and you don't know which one you want to get, in this video I'm going to be going over things such as the mic stand, the mic quality, the price, accessibility, all that type of stuff to make sure that you're more informed when you're making the choice between the Technica AT2020 or the Blue Yeti. Also in this comparison video, I'm not going to be comparing them as in, oh, I think this microphone is better or this microphone is better, because that just depends on what you want to use them for. Some cases the Technica would be better, some cases the Blue Yeti will be better. It just depends on what you are looking for. Alright, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's actually go over the features of these both microphones. And the first thing that we're going to be comparing, and that is going to be the stand. So we're going to get started with the Blue Yeti first, and the Blue Yeti stand is actually very heavy. It's a very solid stand, and the Blue Yeti is actually about a foot tall, and it's a very heavy stand. One good thing about it is that it's not just going to move around your desk. A lot of the smaller microphones, they just put on your desk and then it's just going to slide around. You don't want that. So with the Blue Yeti, it's very good because since it's very heavy, it's made out of metal, you don't have to worry about sliding around. And that's one thing that's very good. The only downside to it is that it's a pretty big microphone, which means it's a pretty big stand. So maybe if you don't like that, you might want to consider getting a scissor arm or a microphone arm image on your screen so you can see what I'm talking about. And if you have limited desk space, you might want to get one of those. But overall, the stand quality on the Blue Yeti is actually very good. Now we're going to be moving over to the Technica AT2020. Now the Technica AT2020 stand is actually pretty flimsy. If you watched some videos, you can see that the Technica stand is a three-legged stand, so that means it's pretty small, and I can see that becoming a problem because it's very low to the ground. So if it goes on your desk, you might have to lean closer into the microphone, and it's a very flimsy stand. So if let's say you had the Technica, I would consider maybe buying a scissor arm, and basically scissor arms is just very good if you have any sort of microphone. If I were to compare the stands just by themselves, I would prefer the Blue Yeti stands over the Technica AT2020. So yeah, that's basically it for the stand part. Now let's move on to the microphone quality. Now this is something that probably everybody's waiting for, and that is they want to know which mic actually sounds the best, because if you're buying a microphone, you probably want to buy a microphone that sounds the best. And a lot of the times when you're hearing audio recordings between both of the microphones, it can be hard to tell which one is better because they sound pretty close, honestly, and both of these microphones are actually very good. And now we're going to start off with the Technica AT2020 this time. And the Technica AT2020, if you don't know, is actually a converted studio mic. It's actually very good. The audio quality on it it picks up your voice, and I noticed it has a very boomy sound. If let's say you have a very deep voice, you'll find out that the Technica is actually very good that way. Some people that actually have deep voices, it sounds really good when they have the Technica because it just sounds very good and it picks up bass a lot better. And overall, both of these microphones, the audio quality is actually very good on both of them, but I noticed that the Technica, it really picks up bass better than the Blue Yeti. Now that we got that done, let's talk about the Blue Yeti. Now the Blue Yeti, it is a style of microphone, but the problem with it is that it picks up a lot of sounds. A lot of people, when they have the Blue Yeti, a lot of them talk about how a person could be in the next room chopping onions and they would pick it up. And that could be a big problem because you don't want every single thing in your room or in your house to be picked up on the Blue Yeti. But the good thing about this is that you can go to Audacity and get rid of it. But if let's say you don't want that, then maybe the Technica is better. But overall, the Blue Yeti's quality is actually very, very good. And yeah, and basically, since both of the audio qualities are very close, it's basically what would you like to get out of the microphone. If you like more of a bass style recording, then you might want to go with the Technica. But if you're fine with picking up some sounds and not so much of a bass style recording, then you could go with the Blue Yeti. Alright, now the third thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video, and that's going to be the accessibility. Now you might be thinking this really isn't important, but it actually is. Accessibility is basically how easy it is to find the product that you want to get, and I would have to say that the Blue Yeti's accessibility is actually pretty phenomenal because basically every single store has a Blue Yeti. You can go to the Best Buy, the Source, anywhere that you want to go to and you can find it. As well as on eBay, they're very common. You can actually get them as low as like $60 on eBay used. Now compare this to the Technica AT AT2020, and the problem with that one is, and that is it's really not that accessible. Since there are actually, I believe, like 2 different types of Audio Technicas, the XLR as well as the USB versions, it is sometimes very hard to find them. Of course, you have them on Amazon and stuff like that, but if you were to go to eBay, they are pretty expensive, as well as Amazon, they're pretty expensive, and the prices really change. Some places you would find like a USB Audio Technica AT2020 for $400, then you go to another place that's $170. It completely changes. And it is generally easier to actually buy a Blue Yeti just because of how common they are, so that means that it's not really that hard to actually find one, and the prices could go a lot lower since they're not really that hard to find and a lot of people have them. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I have compared both of these microphones, and comment down below which one would you consider of buying. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.